welcome to my kitchen. Okay, today I'm actually going to make homemade scones. This is a recipe that I learned when I was at the monastery a couple of years ago for a course I went to. That's where I learned how to make cultures and sourdough and pizzas, things like that, including the scones as well. So what I'll do is I'll tilt the camera down.
So I've actually put my flour and I've put my sugar, a pinch of salt in the bowl. So now I'm actually going to put the butter in. So with the butter, I'm just going to mix through, like, you know, turn it into breadcrumbs. You just keep going. Okay, so my flour now resembles breadcrumbs, which is pretty cool. All right, so basically I'm just going to make just a little well. Now we're going to put the milk in, just a little well. Just slowly bring it together. I'll get my hands in there in a minute. So mix that in really well. So now I'm going to turn this out onto a floured surface. So there you go. Just a bit more flour there. Just try not over mix or over knead if you can help it. So it's a nice shape. So you just flour your rolling pin. Just roll it. So be gentle, don't push down too hard. There you go. So that's it. Let's just make sure it's all even, like so. There you go. Right. So I've got my little cutter. Just push down, sort of give it a bit of a twist and push as you do it. There you go. And just make sure you flour that, okay? Otherwise it will stick to it. Next one. And give it a bit of a twist. Now, if you don't have a cutter, that's okay. Just use a glass. That's what I've done in the past. Okay, so put them next to each other. You can make them a bit thicker if you want. I prefer to have them thicker. Usually I make a whole bunch of these. Put them next to each other. Good, like that. That one. Okay, so what you do, get the dough, push it together because we've got all this excess dough. And just fold it in again to each other. Like so. Again, just be gentle because you're not supposed to overwork it. Get your rolling pin again, make sure it's floured. Just roll it out. Flour your cutter, twist, okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've just shaped this little odd shaped one by hand and I'm going to put it there. I thought, let's not waste it. One of my kids will eat it anyway. There you go. So now I'm just going to, put a bit of milk on them, like so. Okay. Give it a good amount of milk on them anyway. You don't have to do this. Some people don't. I like to put the milk on it. Gives it a nice colour. Everyone's different. Go, good amount, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for about 15-20 minutes before I put them in a nice hot oven. Hey guys, yep, I've had them resting for about 15 minutes. So I'm actually gonna throw them now in the oven and I'm actually gonna whip up some fresh cream and get the jam out. So we've got some scones with jam and cream, and I'll also have my homemade butter that I made that we can whip on top as well.
I'll see you soon.